oh no, you just realized your mortgage payment is late. Your heart starts to race. Am I going to get charged a huge fee? Is this going to ruin my credit? Could I actually lose my home? Before you overthink yourself into oblivion, let's talk about it for a second. A late mortgage payment doesn't automatically mean worst case scenario. In fact, there's a timeline of what typically happens, and understanding that timeline can help you make better decisions instead of just reacting out of fear. So today I'm going to walk you through what usually happens after a missed mortgage payment, from the day you miss it to when it can start affecting your credit report. And most importantly, what you should do if you're struggling to make your house payment. So let's get started. First, there's usually a grace period when you can pay your payment. So if your payment is due on the first of the month, generally the grace period is 15 days. So as long as you're paying your payment within that 15-day period, then you would not have a late payment penalty fee, or it will not report in your credit report. And this is really key. Now, 15 days isn't always the automatic, so you want to check with your lender or the creditor to ensure you understand what is your grace period for that particular debt. In this case, we're talking mortgages, and that is generally 15 days. To that point, here's an example. Let's say that your payment is due May 1st and you pay your payment on May 5th. No harm, no foul. You're fine in most cases, and you won't have a late fee, and you will not have your credit report dinged. And that's really the most important thing that we want to think about when we think about having a mortgage late payment, because it never even reports to the credit report until it is 30 days late. That's when you start to get into the danger zone. Think of it this way. Like, it's kind of like missing a flight. If you realize immediately, you still have options, but the longer you wait without taking action, the fewer options you may have, and it could be more costly to change the flight. The most important thing is not to ignore it. Now, once that grace period ends, things start to change. If you fall outside of that grace period, then this is generally where you're going to have a fee surcharge with regard to that late payment. And generally that is going to be 10 to 15 days. I'm saying 10 to 15 because again, it will depend on the mortgage that you have, and you can always check with your lender to determine what that grace period is. Now, if you're somebody that is managing your house payment with all of your other payments and you don't get paid until, let's say, the 5th of the month, and you pay your payment on the 6th of the month, just be sure that that works and that there is no late payment associated with that. The key here at this time frame isn't necessarily that it's going to ding your credit or have a negative impact on your credit. Now we're just talking money, meaning that during the grace period, no fee is generally surcharged to you for being late or paying outside of that first of the month payment. But once you go past the grace period, that's where you're going to pay money. So important to know what those details are for your particular loan. All right, now if you get to that 30-day mark, this is really where the permanent damage starts. Late payments generally are not reported as late to the credit bureaus until they're 30 days past due. Those specifics depend on the lender and reporting practices, but think 30 days in your head. Now, this is a really important milestone, because once you hit that 30-day late payment, that is when your credit score and your credit report and profile are going to be negatively impacted. If you go 60 days late, 2 months late on that payment, even more severe of an impact. And when I say impact, I'm talking about your credit score. I'm talking about your ability to take out another loan. And this could be a car loan, this could be another mortgage, this could be a home equity line of credit. So you want to guard your credit as much as possible. And hey, I get it. I mean, there are situations where you're just struggling. And if you find yourself in that situation, please be sure to reach out to your servicer, your loan company, and just talk with them. What can they do to help you? Is there some type of modification? I mean, there's just all different types of solutions that are out there, but you don't know what they are unless you reach out and connect with them. So remember, your loan servicer can't help if they do not know what's going on. So the most important thing to consider is, if you're just overall struggling, maybe your debts have increased and you are struggling to pay your payments, but maybe you have a lot of equity in your property, reach out to a lender. Please give us a call. We're happy to kind of walk you through it, but it's so important to talk to a lender before you have a 30-day late payment, not just on the mortgage, but other debts as well. Because once those 30-day late payments start to show on your credit profile, it's going to reduce your options and what you can do. And this is just so important today. as we talk with so many people across the country, many of our past clients, they're at that kind of tipping point where right now they have a good amount of equity, and if we can talk to them while they're still making their payments on time and just give them some reprieve, that's the best case scenario. Because again, once those payments go late, there's going to be limited or potentially nothing that can be done, because the credit profile and the ability to repay is the base foundation of mortgage lending today. So hopefully that helps to give you some insight. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can call or text 480-725-0150, and a Kelly's at Loan Mortgage Group advisor is happy to just hop on the phone, kind of talk you through what's going on and see how we can help. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.